Hi, and welcome to Dr. Mix, 10 synth riffs you didn't know you loved. We begin at number 10 with ABBA, Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. Swedish pop pioneers ABBA recorded this mesmerizing disco masterpiece in 1979. Straight from the hands of musician, composer, producer Benny Andersson comes the square wave that has endured decades of synthesizer fashions. Yeah, that's right. Even Madonna built her 2005 hit Hung Up all around this very riff. Yeah. All right, let's recreate the sound. Let's use UVX80 by UVI, the kind sponsors of today's video. So here you can select different sounds as oscillators. Number 4. Super cool. Anyway, if you select 25, then you will find that it is this beautiful pulse wave. But now we want to add the modulation element, because this is it. I don't need much, just a little bit. Yeah, maybe even less. Let's say minus 0.25. And yeah! Oh yeah, I made it to the end. And if you really want to go nuts, you insert a dual delay, which is included in the sonic bundle. Here it is. This is no ordinary delay. Look what it does. It's got rotation. Or this is super cool, very useful. And then you can increase the feedback. You can see, oh, it draws it all the way. That's cool. And you have like a resonant frequency here. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep it like this. And then diffusion. Dispersion. Tape saturation. Modulation. And there you are, psychedelic ABBA. I like it. By the way, if you love the sound, I highly recommend checking out the Sonic Bundle by UVI. It's packed with incredible virtual instruments like this one and much, much more. And by the way, look how many effects UVI has. Look. Yeah. Yeah. I want to try all of them. Click the link in the description and grab Sonic Bundle now. Don't miss out. Next! Number 9, Duran, Save a Prayer. Intense like spaghetti western, but mellifluous like warm mayonnaise. This iconic 1982 synthesizer sound is a masterpiece of portamento finesse. It is believed to have been crafted on a Roland Jupiter 8 in the capable hands of Duran's chief synthesizer officer, Nick Rhodes. I like it, CSO, that's good. This riff played a major role in propelling Save a Prayer to global hit status. See it go. Come back. Come back. And I cannot wait for you to subscribe to this channel. Yes. Yes. And thank you. That does help a lot. The sound is pretty straightforward. I'm using Saturn 8 and I'm gonna choose a waveform that I like. That's perfect. We need a little bit of filter down here. a little bit of tail, and most critically, a high dosage of portamento. That's too much. That's the right speed. Actually, you know what? Let me open that filter a little bit more, like that. And then I want to add a little bit of reverb. And here we go. Number 8, Kim Carnes, Bette Davis' Eyes. Written in 1974 but made popular in 1981 by Kim Carnes, this song won Grammy Award for Best Song of that year. The synth master behind this epic synthesizer riff is Bill Cuomo, who also worked with James Taylor and Dolly Parton, to mention 2! Famously, he used Sequential's Prophet 5. But today my Prophet 5 is ill. So we're gonna use something else. Yeah. So I'm gonna use UVI's PXP10, and what you got to do is go to Polysynths and just select 80s Classic 1. And maybe we need a bit of filter out. Yeah, that's the length. You ready? Next. Imagination, just an illusion. Hailing from London, UK, Imagination, led by charismatic Lee John, dropped one of the ultimate disco anthems in 1982 with Just an Illusion. The standout riff here is a bass line that redefined what a sexy synth bass can be. Full, rubbery, irresistible. This was thanks to the very first Roland synthesizer to hit the market, the SH-1000. This little beast had a special trick, a glide button that makes the bass slide just right, delivering that signature rubbery flavor. Let's do this! This is the SH-1000, and this is the 16-foot square wave. Well, there is a difference between this one and this one. This is the right one. Yeah? And then we add a 32-foot sawtooth to it. Now, what's interesting about this machine is that the minute that you engage the envelope control on the filter, yeah, check out what happens here. I'll show it to you without any oscillator in it, okay? Check out. You see? It gives you this sort of pop, yeah? And then, check out, without and with. See? Bang, bang. So now you add the 32-foot wave, you close the filter a little bit, yeah. Then you add a little bit of chorus. We set the portamento to about halfway so that when we press that, that happens. Okay? You gotta hit like if you like this. Yes! Right? Next! Number 6, Joe Zawinul, Birdland. Now, this is a real work of art. From the mind of Austrian jazz fusion hero Joe Zawinul, this instrumental masterpiece delivers the perfect synthesizer riff. Simple, soulful, and unforgettable. Thank you! Considered a jazz standard, Birdland has been covered by Manhattan Transfer, Quincy Jones, Buddy Rich, and although this song pays homage to New York City, the acid riff from Joe's ARP 2600 tells a slightly deeper and more intricate story. This track, the oldest on today's list, takes us all the way back to 1976. The word visionary is appropriate for an artist such as Joe Zawinul. Next! Number 5, Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill. Mish Babushka strikes again in 1985 with a moody and unprecedented synth riff, which in this case is not a synthesizer, but it's a sampler. Is a sampler a synthesizer? Say yes, big capital letters, or no in the comments. And if you're feeling funky, say yes and no in the comments. What was I? Oh yeah, Mish Babushka. As a notorious synth head, Kate Bush used the Fairlight CMI to create an unnaturally pitched cello sample for the hypnotic lead sound on Running Up That Hill. Let me show you how that's done. This is the synth, and this is the cello sample. Yeah? So all you need to do is you use this pitch envelope function that this machine had, and you just pull it down a bit. And then you turn the cutoff down a little bit. And then you add a little bit of delay to it. And next! Number 4, Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling. There is no doubt on the planet that this is one of the world's biggest hits. EDM king David Guetta produced this unstoppable hammer synth riff using apparently a legacy UVI product called Plug Sound. This sound features a powerful, snappy, and slightly saturated electric guitar sample played across 2 notes. Whilst I do not have the legacy plugin, I can recreate the sound on Quadra. In Quadra, what you want to do is you want to go to World and select this Canon Muted. It sounds like this. Will that do? I think so. Number 3, Rockets, Venus Rhapsody. You didn't expect that, did you? This is a beautiful space rock band from France, and Venus Rhapsody is part of their 1978 album On the Road Again. Look past the silver reflections of their interstellar skins, and you will find some of the most progressive, triumphant, and miseducated brass synth riffs of the 70s. Yeah, the sound can be recreated easily with any analog synth. Oscillator number 1, Sawtooth. Oscillator number 2, Sawtooth. Let's detune them a little bit. Close the filter a little bit, put a little bit of envelope here and a little bit of attack here, so that you get a little bit of opening. If you don't know exactly where it's happening, pull up the resonance. You now know exactly how the filter is opening. Turn down the resonance, and a little bit up the cutoff. Add a little bit of chorus and reverb, and If you love it, write it in the comments. I love it! Big capital letters! Thank you! Next. Number 2, Alan Parsons Project's Sirius. Magnificent and sempiternal, Sirius features one of the most beloved and recognized synth riffs in the world. You've heard it everywhere, from major sporting events to evocative, cheesy TV ads. Born from the brilliant mind of producer Alan Parsons, who also engineered Dark Side of the Moon in his spare time, this iconic one-note sample riff has mesmerized audiences since 1982. And what a sample that was! Are you ready for this? The Honor clarinet! And here's how you do it. Number 1, play a note. Drag the sample into Falcon, right there, expand it. Yeah. Then go to UVI Multi-Effects and add a little bit of delay right there. And then we can wet that delay a little bit with some verb. But we want it longer. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Yeah. And here you go. Next. Finally, hold on to your pens. Number 1, Benassi, Satisfaction. With one of the most provocative videos of 2002, Satisfaction delivers a maximum impact, outrageous, avant-garde, synth-based riff that makes you question reality itself. Italian DJ and producer Marco Benassi drove the project, whilst his cousin, jazz musician Alessandro "Ale" Benassi, crafted the massive riff. At its core, the sound is a bold sawtooth, just a few notes, layered with a clever pattern of fast and slow portamento, creating that wobbly, disorienting pitch effect. Pair that with carefully designed reverse reverbs, sidechain, and stuttering effects, et voila! Now this synthesizer riff is far too complex for me to attempt reconstructing on this video, but if you're dying to see it, write "Reconstruct Satisfaction," big capital letters in the comments. If we hit 300, I'll accept the challenge.